Let's go. Let's go pour a glass of water in the beautiful sunshine city of Harare, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go pour some water out. Water that our children have to drink. Get a nice glass here. Nice beautiful clean glass. You see, because what's happening is his worship Ben Munyenyeni says that niggas like us, we're talking fiction, right? He says niggas like us are talking fiction, right? Okay. Hold on. He says niggas like us are talking fiction. Okay. Now, I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know what the fuck that is. But I don't know how we expect our children to drink that shit. Okay? So that's a live test. That's you and me just doing a live test randomly. I open the cold water tap in my house. Okay? And randomly open the cold water tap in my house. There you go. You see? Right there. Randomly. Now I'm not a liar. Okay? I'm not a liar. So let's get past that shit. That's the shit we're supposed to drink our children. Fuck you. Right? Fuck you. If you expect me to give that to my daughter, fuck you. Expect my son to drink that shit, fuck you. Makes me fucking nuts. Makes me mad. And I don't like being mad. These days I'm a happy guy. I'm a real fucking happy guy. But my girl ain't around. She's in Malawi, so I'm real pissed off today. We went to see the mayor this morning. And I will gladly take another clean glass and fill up another glass of shitty water if you'd like. If you'd like me to do that, I'll do that. Maybe let's give it some time to settle. He says, no, I promise you the water's treated, it's drinkable. I said, fuck you, you drink it. We had a bunch of beautiful bottles of water in front of him. Pastor E had a bottle of water, and Linda had he refused to drink any of our water. He says, no, I'll drink our own water from here. Don't worry, it's coming out the tap. I say, fuck you. Anyway, sorry. Ben Munyenyeni is a good guy. Ben Munyenyeni is a good guy. I had a good time talking to him. Linda came through, Pastor E came through. Thank you to people like Olinda Chapel, she came through. Titan came through. Marshall Shonai came through. A lot of good people came through. A lot of good human beings came through to engage with the mayor. And we thought that our local councillors would also come. I hope that the councillors from my area, Ward 18, would have come through and also helped us talk about the fact that when we turn our taps on, shitty water comes out with sediments and shit. Now, even if I close my nose and try to drink that shit, man, nigga, come on. Every time you meet ED, I hope ED is watching. I would love to meet him. I would love to take the president a glass of water. I would love the president to get a glass of water from us. Say, hey, Mr. President, this is the water that you would like my daughter to drink. You see, this is the funny thing. I live in the same neighborhood because when remember in the early age, I used to go to church with his kids, and we used to live in this hood together. One of his sons dated my ex-wife. For God's sake. Could I respect you but avoid the effort? Sorry, my brother. See, Philip Siban is one of those nice guys who can give shitty water to his children and still be gracious enough not to say fuck you to the guys who are in charge. I'm different. I'm very different. See, when I have to feed shitty water to my children, I get a bit more upset, so I can't smile at you. I can't even boil a cup of tea from that shit. That is shitty water. There's no way of sanitizing shitty water. I don't know what else to call it. Would you like me to call it fecal water? It's shitty water. The F word reinforces my statement. That's the way I fucking express myself. Don't like it, block me, get the fuck off my channel. Anyway. Sorry, I didn't want to go tea time today. I'm trying to constructively give you guys an update on exactly what went down today. Exactly what went down today at Townhouse. Hilton. I won't put you on now because you're talking too slow and people are getting upset and you're not, and then your thingy froze. So I'll put you on later, homie. I swear I'll put you on. Just talk about this situation real quick. The mayor read us a statement. And in that statement, the mayor gave us a lot of really truthful and honest reasons why the water that's coming out of our taps is shitty. Number one. And remember, you can rewind to all the old tea times. I've told you, I've spoken about this shitty water for ages and ages and ages. I've been talking about this shit, damn it, for a year and a half. You can rewind to the first tea times. I've been telling you that we can't feed our daughters this kind of water. Can't do that. I have to go to the Methodist church to check on water for my. Can you imagine the guy who's trying to get on the thing he feeds now calling me on WhatsApp? Can you imagine the lack of discipline in our generation? Let me cool down, my sister. Let me cool down. So, first of all, what the mayor said was that, see, people keep distracting my flow of thought. The first thing that the mayor said to us was that Morton Jeffrey Waterworks is basically a 60-year-old water plant. Okay? It's a 60-year-old water plant. A 60-year-old water plant that was designed to drink, for the drinking and use, and our domestic use of about 300,000 people. Right now it's having to service 4 million people, including certain arteries like, what do they call it? They said Chitungwiza and other areas are also now benefiting from Morton Jeffrey Waterworks. They have 9 chemical combinations that they need in Morton Jeffrey Waterworks for them to give us the clean water that comes out of our taps. And those chemicals need to be bought. A lot of them are imported overseas and need forex. Okay? There is, sorry, nice clean, Chef big glasses there, right? So there's need now for a revamp. Sorry, there's a need now for a revamp of. They need now for a revamp. Sorry. They now need for a revamp of Harare water. Now, I don't understand how this actually works. Why that sediment comes out into our taps, I don't understand. I don't understand what it is. I understand what it is. I don't understand why it's there. I don't understand. I don't understand why it's there. I wouldn't even wipe my ass with that water. I wouldn't want. This is a glass that just had water in it. I wouldn't wipe my ass with this water. This is not human consumption. We're not fucking animals. We're not fucking animals. Come on, man. In our constitution, water is enshrined as a human right. It's a human right. It's a constitutional right for that to have access to clean, safe water for our children. Not even for us. I mean, shit, we're old enough now to drink whatever. I mean, fuck where we put our mouths. I heard a lot of excuses. I heard a lot of. Sorry, I'm a bit flustered. I heard a lot of excuses. I saw a generation of people who are tired, who've been there now for 20 years and they're jaded. You see, because they're very true in what they say. When they say ZANU-PF has really been interrupting and disrupting their ability to govern. You see, Ben even said to us he would have liked to be an executive mayor, someone with actual power. Because what he's realized is that you cannot have a ceremonial mayor who actually has any sort of power. So it's actually very true that the council is run 100% pretty much by MDC. They were given the mandate in about 2000 up till now. They are the guys in charge of Harare. Correct? And then we've had ZANU-PF in local government ministries who have been sort of working hand in hand with the council. And what Ben Munyenyeni was saying is that there's a lot of issues between local government and the councillors themselves. So he said that as a citizen, we should be lobbying for an executive mayor, someone with actual power, someone with devolved power to actually be able to make executive decisions. We found out today, for example, that the wage burden for the local councils about $12 million, and then they don't even take in about $3 million in rates and stuff. We found out, for example, that $600 million is needed to give us Hundri Dam as a source of water, which will be a lot cleaner because it's upstream rather than downstream. We found out that Bulawayo has clean water because they tap their water from upstream and then they pollute downstream. Whereas in Zimbabwe, so in Harare, we have to reuse the water we pollute. And the biggest polluters are industry. So for example, a big industry, if you go Kwadzana, you can actually smell the effluent of toxic waste that the industries in Harare are dumping into the water supply, that the Morton Jeffrey Waterworks, which was built 60 years ago for 300,000 people, which now does for 4 million people, has to now clean up and then send back into our taps. There's 9 chemicals, and those 9 chemicals that they throw in there, including chlorine and sulfuric acid and all sorts of stuff. That stuff is hard to get, and it costs money, okay? And that money is forex, and the Reserve Bank sits on the city of Harare's bank applications to pay for these chemicals for months and weeks and weeks and weeks on end. So there's a whole big fuck up in all of this. You need to use rainwater. You see, that's a myopic statement for the amount of water that each human being needs to bath, drink, wash their car, and wash their cocks. I mean, we need a lot more water than just rainwater, I can tell you that much. So we need a lot to tap into groundwater, our reserves, rivers, and also pumping into Chivero. That's the reason. And we are polluting Chivero with our own effluent, and then we have to take it, and then we have to reuse it. You can harvest rainwater from your roofs. Ramaisha, I mean, are you really saying that a whole entire family like mine with 3 kids, women, gardeners, everybody, cars to wash, bodies to wash, can survive? Don't be silly, man. Come on. So, there's a lot of issues when it comes to the council, but I needed to sort of speak to you guys to tell you why I am now being attacked by people like Lloyd and Manachi and stuff, because they're obviously they're MDC people, and when you attack the water supply in Harare, you are literally attacking the MDC because they are strategically the people in charge of our water supply. So I needed to come here and make my peace to let people know that I'm not here to be a partisan player in anybody's politics. You see, I want to make things very, very clear. I want ZANU-PF out. I want to make things very, very clear, and I will work in whatever capacity I can, in any way that I can, in any area that I can, to make sure that we rid this world of our fathers' and grandfathers' transgressions. That party is tainted, and I don't believe that it can ever be rejuvenated. We're all happy with the new dispensation and getting rid of Bob and what. We're all happy that there might be some relief as far as our monies are concerned. All these things are there. All these things are there, but at the same time, we're not stupid. Nothing has changed. The same pricks are still in charge, and nothing has changed as far as the leadership and the mentality of the people in charge. Yes, we might get some investment. Yes, we might get this and that and some tinkering around the edges, but nothing else is going to change. So I want to make that clear. But I also need to make another thing clear, that I am not going to be here being a bootlicker for another failed big juggernaut party called MDC either. I'm not that guy. Right? I'm not the guy who looks at a council that's been run for 20 years. 20 years by the same people. And those people have failed to make any difference. And their excuse is, we can't because ZANU won't let us. I think they're whingers. I think they're tired. I don't think they have the capacity to be doing what they say they want to do. When they run for our councils and ask for our votes, we think that we're putting men and women of capacity, men and women of knowledge into these positions. And yet we're putting people who have no idea what they're doing. They just want the perks, and they want to, and then they want to placate us with stupid things like, it's because of Kasukwere, it's because of Ningi, it's like excuses after excuses after excuses. Today I had an opportunity to speak to the mayor, face to face, man to man, a good man. And I said to that good man, why don't you do what other people do in other parts of the world when they fail drastically? They failed to keep the streets clean. They failed to keep crime down. They failed to put water into the taps, a constitutional right. What would any other mayor in any other country, whether it's New York, London, do? They would resign. That's why I asked him to his face, please resign. Get out of the way and give a new dispensation of people an opportunity to also fail. Now I'm botazao. I'm not going to move 20 years, talk about in 5 years, I can't give my daughter that water. Would you like me to go pour another glass of water? In fact, the fact that we call that water is disgusting. We must be fucking ashamed of ourselves for calling it water. Fucking ashamed of ourselves for even calling it water, because it's not water. It's shit. It's shit that comes out of taps. And the only tap that pulls out shit should be your asshole. So we're pumping asshole water shitty into our daughters' mouths and our sons' mouths. That's bad. So how are we supposed to then say, oh no, because it's an MDC council, we shouldn't attack it? I never attacked you, Kuda. That's very unfair. I saw you typing your Lacoste little comments. You know, it's easy to call us all spawns of Lacoste. It's easy to do that, but that's not accurate. What's accurate is that we have a situation right now where our council is tired. We have a situation now where these niggas send debt collectors to our houses and they take our stuff. Once upon a time, they came and took my generator. They came and took my generator because of a bill of a nigga before me, like before I came back from the UK. And they came and took my generator out of my house. They just took the shit and put it on their truck. Cause that's how aggressively they're collecting rates these days. But at the same time, when we're asking to pay these water, they say to us, no, the water discoloration is safe to drink. And I say, but no, I can't feed my children this water. Then they say, okay, don't. We're working on the point. So what am I paying for? You are the council. You're an MDC council. You've been given 20 years. What have you done for us lately? These motherfuckers should stop taking our votes for granted. Ladies and gentlemen, stop taking our votes for granted. I need some water. I'm a dry throat. Let me drink some of Ben's shitty water to make you guys see how fucking ridiculous it is that I have to wait. He says, wait until it settles. Wait until it settles, he says. So now I have to drink this shitty water. Phew. Fuck, man. Anyway. Sorry, guys. I haven't been this upset in a long time. Let me add something a bit more level-headed. Dudu, please, can I add you, because you took a lot of notes about what the mayor said. Maybe you can help me here. Remember some.
Hi, Kuda.
None of our councillors came. Hey, Dudu, sorry. I was hoping that you could please just give us top line what the mayor said with the reasons, so that people can know, because I think I'm a bit too upset.
Well, one of the reasons is that out of their monthly budget of 13 million, they get 13 million revenue every month, and 10 million is for salaries, the remuneration, and then yearly 7 million goes for sports, football, netball, and then they need 7 chemicals to treat our water. Other cities, it's only 2 chemicals that they need. So with our city, they need 7 chemicals, because our water is upstream, is downstream, so it's very contaminated. And we need a new water source like Kunji Dam, which needs about 650 million, right? Our mayor is non-executive. He can't enforce any decisions. He can't make any decisions. The town clerk hasn't been appointed for 3 months now. And it's the local government's responsibility and duty. The Ministry of Local Government hasn't appointed the town clerk yet. Right. So basically, we don't have a city council at the moment. And then decisions are also made. The mayor can't make a decision. A decision is made by the councillors, right? And the councillors, it seems like there's no political will to correct anything that's happening. So there's lack of political will again from our councillors that are representing us. So yeah, so it's messed up. There's nothing that we can do. There's nothing the mayor can do. The councillors are not doing their job. The local government is also not doing their job. So the story is like two in one. There's the government, there's the councillor, and then also they don't have foreign currency to buy the chemicals. Like there's a need for chemicals.
So that's an economic issue.
Like, huh?
Yeah. So that's an economic issue.
Yes, that one is now an economic issue, that the chemicals are imported from China and they need foreign currency. And the local government is not doing much for their allocation to come.
So what can we do as the citizens, guys? I mean, if I bring you the water that's coming out of our taps in Meberoin right now, guys, we can't call it water anymore.
I don't know. I think there's a need for us to, I don't know how we can even boycott, even stop paying the bills.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a better solution, Dudu, please. So please, thank you for joining me. You can keep watching, but I think I have a better solution.
Right.
And it involves people like you, Dudu. It involves people just like you.
Yeah.
Guys, the better. So I think the solution is like this. We need to step up to the challenge. We can't keep complaining. I want us to stop being reactivists and start becoming more active as a citizen. And I think the best way to be reactive, the best way to be active is to make sure that people like Dudu, people like Pastor E, people like Marshall, they need to now step up and start running for council. We need to inject some energy, some young energy into that system of young people who basically, right? I mean, look, we have nothing to do anyway, right? There is no jobs in this country. There's nothing to. We now need young people with the impetus and the energy to step in and start running for the councils. Go campaign in your local areas and get people to put young people in. Because today, ladies and gentlemen, when we sat with the mayor, that mayor came, his worship came, but none of our councillors came. They don't have the political will, right? They don't have the political will to come and stand with their constituents, people who voted them in. They don't have the love for us in Harare to come and sit with us as their constituents. Somewhere they do, right? To Christmas but why is it that the water was like this? None of our councillors came to sit with us today. And that goes to show they don't give a fuck. They don't care about us. We voted for them, they get their little perks, and they're tired. So we now need people to run, young people to run for council. In fact, we have a lot of, in fact, you know, with all these young MPs running for parliament and stuff, let's sneak a couple into parliament, but the real job right now is to start going for council. This needs to happen, guys. It needs to happen. Otherwise, we're going to be crying about water and potholes and stuff for the rest of our lives. And I don't want to get to 55 and 65 and still say, shit, I told myself so. We need to do something now. We have an opportunity now. As ZANU-PF, that machinery regroups and regenerates and starts becoming stronger with the ED push that they have, we need to make sure that the Harare Council is never taken over by ZANU-PF again. We need to make sure. But at the same time, we need to make sure that the guys who've been there for 20 years and failed also do not take over the council anymore. They failed. They don't care anymore. They're paying $7 million a year to football teams when kids in Nepal have no water. We need to change an overhaul of the entire system. Ladies and gentlemen, an overhaul of the entire system, of that whole your worship crap and that whole pomp and ceremony. So that one was Shanda, people who can actually work for their constituents and their councils to make sure that they deliver. Refuse mararo nongwa. People can come and people can drink water out of their taps. It's a human right.
We now need to make sure that we step up as a generation. We need to step up. This was my lessons today as I sat in the town hall, looking at what all this ornate stuff that the white people pretty much left behind. There's nothing for us to show as a young generation of Zimbabweans what we have done to make that place any greater. All it is remnants of Rhodesia. The whole building, the whole structure of it, everything about it is weird. The way they behave is weird. Okay? It's nothing to do with a new generation that cares what we put in the mouth of our daughters and sons. Right? So the way you become mayor, if you want to become mayor, Ramai, what you do is you run for council. When you run for council, then the councillors vote for their mayor. That's how you get to become the mayor. You don't run for mayor in Zimbabwe. You run for council, and then from council you get nominated by other councillors. The same councillors who didn't show up today because they were on holiday. Whilst our children drink dirty water. It's terrible. Okay, any questions, guys? Pablo, running for MP. I don't think I will run for MP this time around, ladies and gentlemen, because I need to be supporting the campaigns, the campaign that I've dedicated myself to support. But I think, yes, I agree. Pastor E would make a great mayor. We need a mayor like that, someone with some passion. And someone who has to make sure his daughters drink that water. Anyone else with any questions? Not only in Harare that we have crisis water, it's bad out there. We just run for Hatfield. Yes, run for council. People like Vanamati Karase and a couple of guys, Vana Comrade Mashinga, a lot of guys have already stepped up and said they're going to run for council. So maybe something I should consider doing. Maybe I should run for my local council. Who knows? What you need to run, you just need to be above 18 to run for council. Selefi, it's not just about voting ZANU-PF out, it's about voting all of them out. All of them. Because the water problem is not a ZANU-PF problem alone. It's got MDC and ZANU-PF, same WhatsApp group. Thing is, guys, we forget that one. Tonga Vese between 2008 and 2013, and the council has been MDCs since 2000. So same WhatsApp group. Yeah, it's bullshit. You're right, Simba. It's bullshit. Yeah, the wage bill is damn near 90% of what they get. It's a nonsense. Anyone else with any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Do it all say councillor? Well, you just have to step up and say, I want to run for council. And then you go to a nomination court, then you run for council. Could the president know about this? I don't. Why wouldn't the president know about this? I mean, obviously he's drinking bore water and he's safe and he's clean, but the president needs advisors who tell him that this is what's happening in the country, right? We're not making this up because this is not just happening to us. It's happening to everybody. I'm just lucky that I can get 150 of you to watch me. But go on Facebook and just look right now and see what people are posting about water in Zimbabwe. Go on Advocate Mayere's page. Go on Evan Mayere's page. Go see what's happening. It's terrible. How can the citizens engage the government? Well, we did. Today we engaged our government. Our local government, we engaged them today, and they put up their hands and say, it's not our fault. It's because it's local government, and there's nothing we can do. So we have to go see the local government. We have to go see them. We have to engage. Because we're in a weird state now where we're saying, how do we send our kids to school bathing in that water? What bath have they had? How do we give them safe? I just tasted that water. You know what? It tastes like water, but damn, it makes me sick to drink it. I'm out one. So why are they getting paid if they're not doing their job? I don't know why. I don't know why we're paying them. The mayor's pay needs to be cut. Nah, he just needs to resign. First lady must visit. I mean, what's the first lady's visit gonna do, guys? Our president is not going to help us here. He's not going to help us here. It doesn't politically for him. It doesn't help him to help MDC. He's ZANU-PF. He's not going to help MDC fix the water problem, and then they can win an election in 2018. They won't do that. These guys are fighting. They're fighting amongst themselves, and we suffer for their fighting. I say let's punish them all. Kuda, who do you think is the right candidate for president in 2018? 2018, right presidential candidate? If I had a choice, I would put someone like Noah Manyika or Kosana Moyo. Now, that's me being idealistic and stupid, living in the land of Narnia, but that's what I would say is a good representation of people who actually have thought a little bit about how to make Zimbabwe great. Sarah, Dolo, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not voting for either of those two. As it stands right now, no one has yet won my vote. No one should take my vote for granted. Maybe a monkey will come and run for president and he gives me a better inspiration, I'll vote for the monkey. One person I'm not voting for is I'm not voting for ED. I can tell you that. It is ZANU-PF political strategy stuff. It is, but then if NDC have the power, why don't they? We gave them the power, the mandate in 2000. Then they shared government in 2008 to 2013. Why was this stuff not sorted out? They're too busy paying football teams $7 million a year. It's a no-brainer, really. Lodza, Washika Lodza. Why did she go Lodza? Lodza just thinks we're all ED plants because we're upset about the water our daughters are drinking. He thinks it's because we support Mnangagwa. That's what Lloyd thinks. Lloyd thinks if you go on holiday, it's because you support Mnangagwa. And if your daughters are drinking poo water and you're upset about it, it's because you support Mnangagwa. For God's sake. I like Lloyd, though. He's my favorite troll. I have lost confidence in all these politicians. We need new blood. Pablo, I agree. I totally agree. Let me add Lloyd, my favorite MDC guy. He always shouts at me. He calls me a crock and all sorts. So let's see if he has anything to say today. Answer the call, Lloyd. Loads and the AP.
Hey, good answer.
What about all that is with us?
My audio is a bit down. I'm going to my headphone.
Yeah,
okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
All right.
Go.
Now, in my thinking pertaining issue council water. Harare City Council in my issues pakapinda Mutsuri. You know when Mutsuri was executive mayor, and then he was kicked out after I had a confrontation with the then minister of should be local government. He was kicked out publicly on TV, and from then we saw the laws of the country shifting towards giving powers from my towns to the ministers. So my problem is, if we are to tackle this issue in my councils, from what I can see, my councils are not power. Power, yes, is with the ministers, and these ministers allocate more funds to council. And part of the problem is that they're underfunding the councils, and most of the power is with the town clerks who are political appointees, and the councils don't have elected councillors don't have enough power to challenge these politically appointed officers.
So you as MDC are saying, so fuck it, we just chill. What's your plan?
I like the action. I like the action, but I'm saying our energy will be waited. Like you're saying, with a new dispensation, I'd love to think with maybe the current minister of local government. I don't know what is his point, and does he still have that stance here like a superwere before to try and stance head on against the councillors and the mayors? Basically, oppose his way were put out or were suspended. Some were taken to jail for only opposing what you were saying or what you thought was right. So I think we need to hear with the new minister about Harare water, because clearly what I see. So Manyenyeni, and I think Manyenyeni is one of those few people who are very sound. But I'm was sound, but I'm watching what but I'm not sound. You listen to what you are saying, and clearly, let's talk to the person above. And constantly animal powers, a good changes towards where we want them to go. And clearly, my powers are a minister.
Right. So, personally, I agree with you. We need to engage with the local government minister. I think in fact, we need our president to even know that the capital city of Harare is pumping out sewage water. As the citizens, if we're able to march to support an army not coup, I think it's far more important that we march for clean water.
Exactly.
It's because it's more important. It's more important.
More important, yes.
Right?
We march for
the
power.
cleanness of the water.
We should not have marched for people to gain power. We should have marched for people to have access to clean water, access to better life. I mean, that's what we should actually get in our points clear to us. We want to make our points heard clearly. Better. For people to get power.
So we always fight in our DMs because you always attack me for being Lacoste or AD or whatever. You always attack me pretty harshly, and I always attack you back. But I want you to understand something, my brother. I believe that we should not discriminate about old battered politics. I think they must all go, man, Lloyd. They all must go. Why are we holding on to old dinosaurs and because I can now call you a bootlicker. Meet my son. Hello, son.
Okay.
Do you like drinking horrible water? Huh?
How did the mayor's office go?
The mayor's office went well. What do you have to say to the mayor, son? If you had to talk to the mayor right now, what would you say?
1, what's up with the water? 2, what's up with the roads? 3, why does it look like there's municipal water in the roads after it rains? That's all. And what's wrong with
why our sewers always leaking?
Yes.
What's wrong
with our pipes?
And
why are people starving?
These are good questions, young, because you guys are the future.
Why our sewers always leaking?
Yeah,
all of a
Kuda.
sudden, the smell comes in and then you don't feel like.
So I'm just getting some information from my sons and my nephews here. It's like we're in a situation. It's like my son has never seen clean water. He's 13 years old. I don't understand how this is okay.
It's not. It's definitely not. I think, as you're saying, to say the same thing. We want our service delivery better, and these people should be put to task to actually pay better service delivery. And I like that to be look. Let's not take sides. Let's face it. And attract it. I think let's put our energy.
Right. So let's have a ceasefire for now. Let's stop the MDCs, NUPF nonsense for now. Right now, I want to be just a Hararian and a citizen. Andriga. 20 years down the line, have them office 1 hour. Please, Lord. I don't care what party they come from. They must all go. They're tired, they're lazy, they must go. I beg you.
Okay.
If we're going to disagree on those little fundamentals.
Okay, so then I think we also need to draw the line. Where do we start to say to what position? Because you can't just we change councillors and then we still have the same people who are making decisions or giving money to those people, but at the top.
We can't choose, pick and choose now. So that even Marim charge, whoever the minister of local government is now, let's find out where his seat is and let's make sure he doesn't win that seat again. They must all go, man. Guys, we are the citizens. We are actually the center of power. We are the I call that bootlicking. You may not see it as bootlicking, but it's bootlicking. That guy has got no more capacity to run and inspire my child, my son, my daughters. Now, these guys have had the time. They all must go. We're no longer Mugabe must go. They all must go, man. They all must go, bro.
Sounds better. If that's the mental. Okay, the point is we need real change. We need progressive change. We need change that's going to give us bread and butter issues, Mangwana. We need the change that's going to listen to everybody. Whatever views that we have are progressive. Need to be heard as citizens.
Yes.
And we can't keep saying if you see the way people are posting, people are really polarized at the moment. People are just looking at what's going to do good for his or her party. But if we say, let's call a spade and put our views towards getting you and I, and getting to the bottom of and stop that. Varambe benefit from these ills. As citizens of the country.
There you go. When Netai says, why would an MDC person go to this ZANU-PF Lacoste show? I don't know. You see, that you said the Zimbabweans are polarized. We're very, very polarized, and we call each other names. I wish Netai knew how much money ZANU-PF has offered me, and I've told them to fuck off. So I wish he knew. Anyway, my brother, thank you so much. God bless you. So yo guys, that was the update on what happened with the mayor today. They all must go. We got a lot of work to do. All these guys must go. They must all go, please. It's unacceptable. You know, I'm going to be honest and say the water doesn't always come out like that. For the last few days, it's been coming out like that, and that's not right. That my children have to drink that water. Now, Netai and me may not agree on things. You know, Netai Gorema has told, MDC realized these ED Lacoste person, blah blah blah. I mean, we can talk all that. But I don't think even Netai wants her children to drink shitty water. Okay, so I'm not going to block you. Because I know that deep down we all want the same thing. We want a prosperous, healthy, happy citizenry that can go about their lives without impediment and hindrance from their government. That's what we want. So at the end of the day, we can call each other names. I can call you a cunt or a bitch, and you can call me a Lacoste or a croc, and we can go back and forth forever and ever and ever. That's not what I'm doing today. Today I was talking about the fact that when I open the tap, and my son needs water to drink, he can't do that. I want ZANU-PF to go. They must go. And the 20 years of council in MDC, the MDC councillors who have been in the Harare City Council, they have failed to make any changes because they say it's ZANU's fault. So they must go. Give other people a chance to fail. You can't just be sitting there. I don't know, we failed for 20 years, but give us another 5 years to fail. Nah, nigga. All of them must go. Thank you very much for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. Today was another frustrating day. Yesterday we were in Epworth. That was disgusting, horrible to see. Today we're drinking horrible water out of our taps. That's disgusting to see. Basically, the goodwill and the happiness that we had is about to wear out. I give this government a couple more months, but if they don't change up, we're about to jamuka rachose now. Because I fire. Later, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. Bye.